Hello YouTube friends and welcome back to the channel. So on today's video we're going to review my 2022 Indian Chieftain Limited. It's a 17-month review, 17 months today that I've owned that bike, and it's been a pure joy. In that time I've had it serviced twice, just regular service. I've had zero issues with the bike, zero issues. I've taken it to Daytona twice. For bike week. I've had it at Myrtle Beach Bike Week twice. Of course, I've ridden down to Myrtle Beach several times with it, with Captain Dave, and then around the coast here we've done a few things. Not as much as we both wanted to, but we had a lot of things going on, and so next year we plan to ride a whole lot more. We already booked Bike Week for the spring rally in Daytona. So we'll do that. We'll probably do the fall rally as well, honestly. Jeep Jam was the exact same week this time, and we did the Jeep thing this year. Both of us were kind of wishing we had done the bike thing, but went to Daytona for Bike Week, Biketoberfest, but we didn't make it. So we did the Jeep thing instead. So yep, plan to ride quite a bit more. Plus we had the moving going on here. So, 8 months, we bought this house. Also, it's the anniversary of us buying this house 1 year ago. And we didn't close on the house until, on our old house on 602 until June. So we had that house and we went back and forth between the two for quite a while. We had a lot of work done on this house, as you guys have seen in a couple of my videos, and got another one coming out on that. So yeah, it wasn't the year for riding. I had a couple help things, and Dave had a couple help things, and so we've just didn't get to ride as much as we had planned to. So there's our there's the brake pedal that I replaced the peg with. I put the tail art horn cover medallion on there, which I do really like. Also, I put these toe highway pegs. I don't know what they're called. I'll call it, it's a toe peg. That's what I'll call it. So I can put my heel on here and rest my foot up there, or I can just put my foot up there. I really like these. I had the ones, I think the same ones that Brian at Two Indians have. I had those on here, and I wasn't as, in fact, they scratched up my engine guard a little bit there. But I wasn't as happy with those as I am with these, and so no regrets on that whatsoever. I added the DEI heat shield insulators, which do significantly really reduce the heat on it. Well worth it. And I did a video on it. If you look at my playlist, you'll find there's a DEI heat shield video. I added the it comes with pegs. It doesn't come with floorboards for the rear passengers. So I added those. I added the rear bag guards. I also added the windshield, the flip windshield on it. No regrets on that. Yeah, the only complaints I had, I think I went to say this a while ago, so I hope I don't have to reshoot this video because of it, but the only two complaints I had, I was talking about the brake pedal. I didn't tell you the second one. The second one was this windshield rattled when it was all the way up. And I replaced the, I'll call them, it has a little cushion behind the screws. I replaced those with some new ones that were a little more padded. I'll call them washers. And that went away. I haven't had that problem in forever. Yeah, the other thing that I had happen when I was wiring these rear bag lights up is this one fell over and it scratched the you-know-what out of this, because even though I had padding down, it was down, it fell over and it fell off of that and hit concrete and it scratched up. So I bought a new one, and right after a rock flew up and hit it right there, it put a little ding in it, which drives me crazy. But this thing was, I don't know, I don't remember what it was. It was way too expensive for what it was. So I'm just going to have that little ding for a while. I did add the hogworkz bag liners. I did a video on that as well. These things are fantastic. They're nicely padded. They fit perfectly. Love these things. And of course, I added the ultimate seat. And then I put the matching fender bib on the back. And I added the backrest while I was at it. I bought the seat. It didn't come with the backrest. So I bought these two accessories to add to that. Most comfortable seat I've ever owned. Now, the Corbin seat's nice, too. And I do like the Corbin seat, but it's a two-up seat. Of course, I added the Rineharts. I added the magic brake that makes the lights flash, which is programmable from Custom Dynamics. Because I added the shifter pedal. Trying to think of what else I've added, and I think that's about it. That's about all that I've done with her, and I couldn't be happier with it. Honestly, I don't have anything else that I really want but one accessory that I may get in the next couple weeks, and that's why I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to wait. And the other thing I did, so I was talking to Rich at DFW Spyder Moose, and Rich is the guru on electronic things. So anything electronics, you know, Rich is the man. So I have my trickle charger. It's mounted up there. In fact, it's a dual. So if I add another bike, I'll have another trickle charger right there for it. But Rich and I were talking. I was looking at actually buying another Insta360 because I like it so much, but you know, the battery life is not that great when you're on long rides. And he was like, just plug it in. And then we had the plug challenge. So Rich and I both came up with this idea of adding this USB plug that fits right in there. Let's see it come on. And so when I mount my Insta360, I usually suction cup it here, and since I had the GoPro one fly off, I tether it here. I'll just tether it. But I mount it with the suction cup mount here, and with a little cord, I'll be able to plug right in there, and the charge will happen all the time. So that'll be nice. Yeah, this is a nice little gadget. I think well worth it. And because, you know, Indian comes with this built in, so you don't have a little pigtail hanging under your seat. It's just right there. So this works for me. This works very well for me. And let's plug it right in. There we go. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I've really, really, really enjoyed owning it. So that's about it on the Indian Chieftain. You know, I have zero regrets, zero problems with this bike. Would do it over and over and over again. It's 5 stars in my book, and there's nothing that I would change about it. In fact, I was thinking about this video before I shot it. I don't write things down, and I just kind of wing the whole thing to you guys, and it probably shows on my videos. But I thought, you know, I'm going to tell them, if you see me get rid of this bike, then I'm no longer riding. I've got some major problem, and I'm not riding anymore. That's mostly true, but for me, I know me, and I do like the newest shiny thing sometimes. If something came out that was just amazingly different, you know, some new tech or something on it, on a new Indian, I could be swayed to trade, but I really want to retire one day, and so I need to quit spending money on toys, and so we shall see what the future holds. Now, would I get another bike, a second bike to have, or a trike, like a Riker? I'd like to have a Riker. I'd like to have a, yeah, I'd like to have a Riker. I did have a buddy call me about about an RT that was a good deal. I could get a good deal on it and flip it and make some money, or ride it for a couple of years and then sell it and make some money on it. So that did cross my mind, but I think that Mrs. 602 would kill me if I did such a thing. So probably won't be doing that, although she's let me do that in the past as long as I flipped it fairly quick and made money on it. But yeah, it would take a lot of begging for me to write that check, and so don't see it happening. So anyway, listen guys, I really appreciate you watching, and hope to see you real soon. Take care.